to a different section of my conversation. So we talk about in initial part about the hotel and hotel business, the impact of COVID-19. This is more about Dilse and more about your, the people that you have worked with, your people's network, your, industry exposure and all. So my first question here is, who was your first boss? I mean, when you started your career, and that you were, I mean, that person is still there with you, maybe on social media or still on your phone book, in your mail inbox, and you're still getting his or her messages, and you're still connected. And the first boss of your life, um, whether you started your career as an associate or a line manager or an executive. So who was that person?
My first boss was a lady called Sunita Mankekar. She was our food and beverage manager at Amar Vilas. Very elegant, well spoken, and as you would have imagined, somebody who is leading F&B in a hotel. She trained us on in F&B, and she was really into the business. She exactly knew what is to be done. So we had a hardcore of 1 month training at Amar Vilas, which was my first hotel where I started my career journey from. And yeah, I mean, she really worked with us hand to hand to really shape up how we should have been as an F&B professional. So yeah, when I think of my first boss, she's the one who stands out in my memory.
So while you were doing hotel management, the first question is, who inspired you to join hotel management? And while you were doing hotel management, what was there in your mind that you want to become after joining the hotel?
Right. So what inspired me to do hotel management was Ganga. I needed to earn. So I come from a very humble background, and after I did my 12th, the only thing I wanted to do is I wanted to take up a course which could help me start earning. I wasn't the brightest of the lot to become a doctor or an engineer. So obviously hotel management came as an obvious choice. But I had no clue. I literally had no clue what hotel management is. All I knew is you just go and work in hotels. I had never been to a hotel before that. I had probably never been to a proper restaurant before that. So I had slightest of the clue what this job is all about. I just happened to take something, so I took hotel management. And that was the first part of why or whatsoever. So it kind of just happened because I wanted to take up something where I could earn money. While I was in the hotel management, I think that's where the seriousness grew. Once I gotten into it and we had to wear tie and get suited and all of that, that's where I started liking it. Being in the F&B workshops, being in the kitchen practicals, attending the theory, that's where I thought it's much more fun, it's more serious. And I mean, back in those days, it was too early for me to think, but yes, I think as we all do, I had also I was also waving on. I was also dreaming of becoming something in hotel management. I think somewhere at the back of my mind, I thought I'm going to be general manager one day without realizing what it takes to be one. But yeah, that kind of remained as an aspiration from then to now.
You're not too far from your goal, sir, I must say.
I hope so.
Sir, while you were in college, हर कॉलेज में होता है एक कोई ऐसा फैकल्टी, कोई एक ऐसा टीचर जिससे या तो आप बहुत ज्यादा डरते हो या बहुत ज्यादा भागते हो किसी भी रीजन की वजह से. Was there anybody, any teacher or any person that you recall कि आप उनकी क्लास से भागते थे?
I'm laughing because I can just visualize this. So we had this our F&B faculty, Mr. Bitan Bose. I'm passed out from IIHM Kolkata. So, when we had our practice sessions for interviews, when we were getting ready to apply for jobs, he used to ask us random questions as they do. Okay, tell me about this, tell me about that. And I remember him, so if he asked a question and you didn't answer it correctly, he will humiliate you in front of the whole class, and his typical sentences used to be, इसका नहीं होएगा, इसका नहीं होएगा, ताज, हायत, ओबरॉय तो भूल जाओ, कहीं शायद हो सकता है कोई 2 स्टार 3 स्टार होटल में हो सकता है, वो साइड में होते ना रोड के, अलका होटल, ये ज्ञानी होटल, इधर कहीं हो सकता है, वो भी गारंटी नहीं है, हो सकता है, पर बेटा तू ताज, हयात ये तो भूल जा। And we used to actually take it very seriously कि यार हमारा कहीं नहीं होगा, we actually as bad, but that stimulated that challenge in us. Are we really that bad? Actually not, but yeah, I've got very fond memories of him.
So, Mr. Bose, is he still there in your network, maybe in social media?
Yeah, he's he's there,
I want you to tag him.
I will.
Great. So your first job with Oberoi's, you work with Trident and Ram Vilas. Any name that you want to take here? Any mentor, any senior, any colleague of yours who helped helped you shaping your professional journey in your initial time? Because I've never worked with you in those years, so I don't know them. So in case if you want to take few names here.
Yeah, while we're at the topic, I think, like I said, Sunita ma'am, I mean, she was the first experience and first role model, what I thought of an F&B manager or an F&B leader to be. So she was somebody who I got trained under at Amar Vilas. And then at Trident, it was David Matthews. He used to be my EAM, food and beverage. He's still with Oberoi Hotels. So absolutely loved the way he operated. After that, I moved here in UK. I worked with some of great GMs here again. I mean, some of them are still working in the same group as I worked then. But then going back to India, I moved back to India in 2013. And the hotel that I started working with then was Courtyard Marriott Gurgaon.
This is where you started working on a senior leadership role, right?
You could say my first management role in India.
Right.
So I worked in my management role in UK, but that was my first management experience in India. Before that, everything I worked in India was up to an executive level. And there I came across Miss Kanika Hasrat, who's now the general manager for Taj City Center Gurgaon. She was amazing and inspirational. I mean, now I do talk to her for a lot of advice. Every time I needed to speak to her, she was very fundamental and instrumental in those times. Scott Thompson, who hired me at Eros, was very inspirational. Mr. Singh, Mr. Dhananjay Singh, I mean, he literally said to me the last day I was leaving, that I'm giving the champagne for the day you're going to be general manager.
Wow.
So I thought, I never thought that coming from a man like him, and there are a lot of people who would vouch for this in Eros. He was a difficult man. His leadership was tough and strict, and something such as that coming from a leader such as him thought actually got me thinking. So some of the tips that I picked up from him as a leader. Then I worked with Mr. Suraj Kumar Jha at Crown Plaza Gurgaon, and he's a leader turned into an amazing advisor, friend, or whatever I want to call him. I mean, he is literally a phone call away. Anytime I feel low, down, or I need to, I'll just pick up the phone and I speak to him. So quite a few, but they all have been instrumental in their own way to what I am today, and to a lot of things that I pick on, to a lot of things that I want to behave, to a lot of things that I want to be. So yeah, they all have been very, very inspirational in some way or the other.
I actually wanted to ask you the next question, which you already answered. I think you said Mr. D. Singh was one man who, I mean, people used to consider him as a tough leader. So my next immediate question is, who was the most toughest boss? And he can be, in any position, whether it's a line manager level or HOD level or a general manager level. And who was the most easygoing person when it comes to your supervisors or managers that you were reporting to? So two persons. One was the most fun-loving, or maybe you are very comfortable with, and the second is I won't say tough, but maybe a person that you think that he
You,
was difficult to handle.
you're preparing yourself before going into the office.
Exactly, that's the right term.
Yeah. So the toughest one would be Mr. D Singh, purely because of the demeanor he carried. Uh, he kind of had a different discipline altogether, which probably was much needed at that time. But I used to literally think, why is he calling the office now? Okay, what are we going to say? And majority of the discussions used to be around F&B promotion. But you had to convince him. So it would be normally myself, Chef Roy, and Nupur, who was marketing at that time. Majority of the times it will be three of us, and if it wasn't three of us, then I thought it could be something just related with F&B, or could be something F&B and something else. So I got to watch my words. And every time there was a phone call from Neha, who was his EA at the time. Mr. Singh wants to see you. Antennas go up. अब क्या हो गया यार? So yeah, that was
First immediate thing every boss, I mean, actually any F&B manager or any HOD would do is pick up the call and ask the line managers, "Koi basar to nahi hui na?"
exactly. But I must say I was very lucky, and I had a bit of a comfort. Right next to my office was Mr. Church, and then right opposite to that was Mr. Goomer, and then the HR. And I had a good sharing space with these people, so I could just go in and say, "Sir, कुछ बचड़ है, कुछ है, कुछ हो रहा है." So you could always do a little bit of a background check. If there has been something that's happened, you get yourself mentally prepared. So he was one of the toughest one to handle. When you talk about somebody who you could just go in and have a chat, that's Mr. Jha. I mean, he was my general manager just before I took this job. But he was amazing. I mean, I think I worked with him for about 2 years, and by the mid of it, I had come to a point I could sit in front of him and tell him कि सर ये भसड़ है, ये नहीं हो रहा है, ये ऐसे नहीं हो रहा है, ये ऐसे होएगा, या फिर the way you would normally not talk to your boss but also talk to him with an open heart, dil se, as you holding this now. So you could talk to him with dil se and actually have a conversation, be it personal life, be it professional life. So he was great. He was very comforting in that way. Just go into his office whenever you want to, have a little laugh with him. मतलब थोड़ी सी मस्ती करो, वो बहुत मस्ती करते थे हमारे साथ. So yeah, that was
Great. You also, you are considered as a people's man. You have a great network of people. चाहे वो इंडिविजुअल वो हो जिन्होंने आपके साथ में काम किया हो, चाहे ना किया हो, जो आपको जानते हैं या किसी के थ्रू भी जानते हैं, they always talk so high about you. That Mr. Dalal, whenever you ask him anything, whether you call him for any assistance or any matter that you call Mr. Dalal, you would always give a piece of advice or any kind of assistance. So you share a great bonding with different individuals. So I'm going to take few names here. Find maybe your relationship with them or their personality statement or their personality. You can share anything about or anything and everything about that particular personality, and that has to be from Dil Se.
If I say anything wrong, just beep it, okay?
I'll do it. So the first name comes here is Anuj Soin.
Okay. Well, Anuj was the first, my first manager who I worked with after I got back to India. So, like Kanika ma'am, she was the boss, and Anuj was my subordinate, reporting into me. But I hold high regard for Anuj purely because I had worked in the industry, but I didn't have the local knowledge. That was my first management role at Courtyard, but I didn't know how hotel from that perspective worked. All of those good and the bad things of working in a management structure. How does that operate? What are other hotels doing? Who are the other F&Bs in the nearby hotels? I didn't have any of that clue, no knowledge, nothing. And Anuj was amazing. He worked through and through in Delhi, Gurgaon, being a very typical local hotel boy. And he came in. So it was like he's a street smart boy. He would say me who's thinking I'm going to put in 12 hours doing this, and he's somebody who could do this in 6 hours. So while I could work hard, he could really chip in and work smartly, and that's where I thought this guy is great. And he actually is great, and he's really risen up the ranks. But he really helped me out in that role of mine to give me all of that local flavor, give me all of that local knowledge, gyan, whatever. So from a local perspective, he really got me settled. I think if it wasn't for him, I would have struggled a lot more to settle down in Indian market.
He's very well connected in the industry. He's got so much a bigger network in our industry. He knows everyone. And everybody knows Anuj Soin also.
Even if he doesn't know, he'll say, I know this person. And the person would also know him. So he's a great guy.
Yes. The second name I'm going to take here is Chef Suprabhat Roy Chaudhary.
Well, they're all such a dear friend, Ganga. And I think that's another beauty of our industry. You work with so many people, you click with some, and they become friends for life. Some of the names that you're saying right now are these people. Yeah. So me, chef, I was F&B. I dreamt of having a co-worker such as him. But that actually happened, and I literally tell people now also कि मैं और वो हम मतलब बैठ के at that time I used to say कि हम बकर कर रहे होते थे पर वो बकर में कितना काम हो जाता था. So every day after the morning meeting I'll go to his office, I'll have a cup of tea. I used to tell him, chef क्या खिला रहे हो नाश्ते में. He will order something, we'll get something into his office, we'll eat. वो करते करते हम बात कर रहे हैं कौन सा फूड फेस्टिवल होएगा, क्या हो रहा है, ब्लूम्स में क्या हो रहा था, थिंक साहब में कल ये बसड़ हो गई. So and invariably you covered so much of work. At that time I used to say कि हम यार कंपनी का इतना टाइम वेस्ट कर रहे हैं, एक घंटा बैठ के यहाँ पे चाय पे बातें करे जा रहे हैं. But now not even now, even after I left Eros, I used to think यार वो बातें करते करते हमारा कितने सारे काम की बातें हो जाती थी उसमें. And then I mean he's a talented chef. He knows his food. He has the knowledge. So I always call him the brain. So he did all the intellectual work, and I again could do all the labor wala kaam. So he put in the food concepts. He actually came up with the ideas. In fact, a lot of food festivals. And when you talk about Chef Roy, and you moved out of Eros.
I moved out in 2015.
2015, right? So and in that tenure, we did lots of food festival. वो सारे फूड फेस्टिवल मतलब ऐसे होते थे कि वो शेफ के ऑफिस में बैठ के बातें कर रहे हैं and something has come up. In fact, I tell you a very funny incident. So we did this Jashn-e-Fateh. Jashn-e-Fateh, yeah. We did this food festival, and you know how the name came up? So we were working on this food festival concept and the whole thing, and we were all going out for drinks on the same evening. So it was Chef Roy, me, Sanjeev, and quite a few other people. We were all out for the drinks as you do. So हम दारू पीते पीते we were still talking about the food festival, and by the time we would have gone very happy, tab all of a sudden I think Sanjeev or somebody said Jashn-e-Fateh, and Chef Roy said, yeah, that's such an amazing name. We will call this food festival Jashn-e-Fateh. And we started laughing about it, and the food festival actually became Jashn-e-Fateh, and it got really popular. So there were so many fun moments involved with the whole thing while working at Ross.
Your Jugalbandi with Chef Roy, it was such great. I must say, I was looking at after I moved from the hotel, I was looking at the social media, the way you were promoting that particular food festival, going to the local market, buying, spices, doing some sort of a research work. वो मतलब ग्राउंड वर्क पे करना, वो उसको उस जर्नी को जीना, उसको उस तरीके से एक प्रमोशन मार्केटिंग कैंपेन में कन्वर्ट करना और फिर उसको आगे प्रेजेंट करना, वो एक ट्रेंड भी सेट करा दोनों ने मिलकर के वहां पे रॉज में। अपने किसी भी गेस्ट को उसको एक्सपीरियंस करवाने से पहले अपने जो कहते हैं हमारे यहाँ पे जो इन हाउस कस्टमर्स हैं, जो हमारे अपने स्टाफ हैं, चाहे वो सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग टीम हो, चाहे वो हमारे होटल के बाकी स्टाफ हो, तो वो कैफेटेरिया के बाहर उसका एक टीजर नोट करना, उसको लगाना, वो सब कॉन्सेप्ट जो आप दोनों ने वहाँ पे स्टार्ट किए थे, दैट वाज रियली अमेजिंग। I mean, not educating only the outside customer, but the inside customers also should know what we are doing and how we are doing. वो एक concept बहुत amazing था.
And you know what, Ganga, मजा आता था.
Correct.
बहुत मजा आता था. It's I mean, we'll talk about Eros a lot more because that's very close to our heart. But everything that we used to do at Eros, it used to be so much of a fun. मतलब एकदम लग के करते थे, जी जान से करते थे. And one great thing that I talk about Eros team is there isn't a no.
Right. Correct.
There was never a no. You talk about Sanjeev, you talk about Negi ji, you talk about Ravi, you talk about yourself. In fact, I was telling a friend of mine who I'm living with right now, and we were talking about Eros. I said, यार वो उस टीम के पास कभी मना नहीं होता था. अगर उस टीम को ये बोला कि ये करना है और ऐसे करना है, so they will do it by any means. In fact, I'll tell you a very funny incident. So I was leaving Eros at 2017 or 2018. I don't exactly remember the year, but just leaving before Christmas and New Year. And as you know, New Year is a big affair for any hotel. So Mr. Singh was getting very upset that I'm leaving just before New Year and it isn't right. And of course, I also wasn't feeling right. But I called Negi ji and I said, we had done all the prep work. Decoration क्या होएगा, क्या theme होगा, क्या props लगेंगे, DJ कौन आएगा, ताम जाम सब कुछ सारा कर लिया. I called Prakash ji and Negi ji and I said, listen, I'm going and this is the last New Year that I'm doing in this hotel. I will physically not be here, लेकिन मेरा ना ध्यान यहाँ रहेगा. And I'm leaving it on both of you. मेरे जो इतना टेन्योर यहाँ पे निकला है, ये इज्जत खराब नहीं हो जानी चाहिए. मेरी इज्जत आप लोगों के हाथ में. And you won't believe, Ganga, these guys did more than what we had agreed for. They also sent me the pictures of the setup of the evening, after the evening, even though they didn't have to. No, I had gone, they were not reporting into me. But the message that I want to give out is, the connection, the sincerity, the teamwork, the passion they had was, it's not just we're doing it because ये boss है इसने बोला है ये करना है. They felt that truthfulness towards their work. They felt that sincerity. They had that passion towards their work. And you don't find such breed anymore, or not as much for sure.
And that is the reason जितने भी सोशल मीडिया पे एरोस के कोई भी पोस्ट आते हैं, चाहे वो संडे ब्रंचेस के हो या किसी भी फूड फेस्टिवल के हो, आई ऑलवेज write only one hashtag, that is has to be eros.
Has to
If
be.
anything
That's
related
good.
to F&B or F&B promotion or
Yeah.
any experimental
Oh,
thing has to happen in the hotel about F&B, it has to be eros.
all you had to do is challenge the team, generate those new ideas, and people will come forthcomingly. And that was, of course, F&B was the executor of doing all of this. Even other departments, sales and marketing, Gaurav's team, Kalpana, they all will be so supporting to the whole cause. Mr. George, we used to sit in the boardroom and discuss these food festivals, discuss the concept, discuss the artwork. इतना inclusion होता था सब जगह से that
Correct.
you just felt that you're doing something magical.
So the next name in the list is sorry for my voice. So the next name in the list is Chef Raghunandan Sharma, and he was the last person I interviewed in my GBK Dil Se. What do you have to say about Chef Raghunandan?
I won't get up and you'll see my belly if I get up, but I will do this. अगर मैं इस टाइम पे खड़ा हो सकता तो होता, लेकिन ये है उनके लिए।
शत प्रणाम।
शत प्रणाम। मतलब क्या, what would you say about Chef Raghu? यार, he's a legend. He is a legend. He is celebrity in himself. I've shared a very, very close space with Chef Raghu. To me, he's like an elder brother. I mean, we used to have lunch in his office at times, and he used to say, ये privilege हर किसी को नहीं मिलती है. So he used to say, अरे आओ दलाल साहब, we'll have lunch, and Chef Roy used to be there. But apart from all of that, Ganga, when you are a leader, you are in a bit of a lonely space.
Right.
You can't open up to everybody. You can't be seen weak. You can't be showing your weaknesses. You have a perception, and you have to carry that with you.
Absolutely.
He was one person who I felt very comfortable with. So if I was sad, I will go and see him. I will talk to him. If I was happy, I will go and talk to him. I will see him. I remember he used to tell me, many times, Dalal sahab thodi kam piya karo. Not that I was alcoholic, but he said thodi kam peena. I mean, of course, he's so matured, and I was at a different age altogether. We're going out, and even in the hotel, if you've got something, so you're really feeling energetic. So good, bad, ugly, Chef Raghu was one person who will go and share. I will go and share a lot of things with him, and he will talk. He just felt like family. And even now, I mean, I couldn't call him last time when I was in India. So he was very upset. आपने बताया नहीं. But I mean, I know he's a man who I can get up at the middle of the night, call him, and he will do whatever he can. I mean, he's a star of any being that you could name it, and he's amazing.
I address him as a brand of that hotel. I mean, Raghunandan Sharma was a brand of Eros, I must say.
He is the soul of that catering business. What he does, how he talks to the clients.
I remember एक बार एक किसी क्लाइंट के साथ फूड टेस्टिंग में बैठे हुए थे सिंह साहब में, टेबल नंबर ग्राउंड वाला टेबल था, और वहां पे वो फूड टेस्टिंग चल रही है, तो उनकी जो मदर है वो कुछ पॉइंट्स बता रही थी और कुछ था, वो काफी कुछ नोक झोंक चल रही थी। तो रघु शेफ ने दोनों पेरेंट्स को बोला कि देखो टेस्ट करो, आपका काम है सिर्फ बेटी को सजाना और धजाना, ठीक है, वो आप करो, बाकी सब हम कर रहे हैं यहाँ बैठ कर, आपको चिंता करने की जरूरत नहीं है। तो दिस वाज द लेवल ऑफ कन्वर्सेशन यूज्ड टू हैव विद द गेस्ट.
My family came for dinner once, and he only got introduced once. उसके बाद तो फिर जब भी कोई आता था, तो they used to say कि शेफ रघु कहाँ पे, तो कॉलिंग शेफ रघु, उनको ये बोलो कि शेफ रघु ये आए, और अगर उनको ये पता चलता है कि मेरे घर से कोई आया है और मैंने उनको उससे नहीं मिलाया. He used to get very upset. So he is a gem. He is an absolute gem, and I think Eros is lucky to have him, and I'm lucky to have somebody like him. And he's a great person, amazing person.
Very quickly, I'm going to take two more names, and they were your line managers. So first one is Mr. Ravi Yadav, and second one is Mr. Sanjeev Kumar. Anything about these two personalities?
So both very different to each other. Ravi, I'll say more sincere and more to the point. Sanjeev is more fun and more of a go-getter. Sanjeev, we all know, has risen up the ranks from his apprentice time to what he is today. One thing with Sanjeev is you just got to challenge him. You got to challenge him and say कि संजीव ये होना है, ऐसे होना है, ऐसे करना है. He will go with that and he will get it done. He is emotionally so charged up that ego, pride, all of this really instigate him. And he will do anything for that. You know, जो ऐसे आपके टीम में लोग होते हैं ना बहुत लॉयल, कि आपने इन्हें बोल दिया और आप काम को भूल जाओ. That is Sanjeev for you. So he will do it. And again, he was looking after Singh Sahib at that time. So मतलब Singh Sahib में is Sanjeev. He's taking care of the whole thing. He will look after everything, and you go and tell him एक चीज बोल दी संजीव को कि ये होना है या ये ऐसे क्यों नहीं था, that will be done. Sir, हो जाएगा, done है. Ravi, on the other hand, is more to the point. He has worked in the industry for a fairly long time. He's also risen up the ranks. He has the clarity what he wants to do, but you got to help him out to get that done. He takes time to open up, but once he opens up, he would offer whatever he could to help you out. So both very different personalities. I mean, Ravi at that time was looking after Blooms, and Sanjeev was looking after Singh Sahib. So both very different leaders, and I had to manage them very differently. But again, I mean, absolutely amazing people to work with.
Certainly two great personalities. And today, we are talking today on 21st August, and it's Sanjeev's birthday.
Actually, Sanjeev, so Sanjeev, whenever you will be listening this, belated happy birthday, even though I wish you happy birthday on Facebook, belated happy birthday, and we're thinking of you. And you're doing all the organic farming in Himalayas.
Oh, you're keeping a track of his social media posts also. That's fantastic.
Yeah. I got to. So keep that up, and whenever we meet up, we do a chin, man, yeah.